quite a stressful job with a touring party of around 20. But he was amazing. He would sit in the foyer of the hotel and he'd just watch the players walk through the hotel. And every now and then you'd sit down with Mike. He would never discuss cricket. He would always discuss things outside your cricketing life. And it's so important as athletes and as, in the corporate world that we make sure that we've got a life outside of that, because we can just get into our cocoon, our sporting cocoon or our work cocoon, and we struggle to get out of it. He would get us out of that and make us realize what was important. Dan Vittori, don't be fooled by those glasses and the seriousness of him. He was probably the least serious person in the team. He was always cracking jokes and making fun just to try and diffuse the moment if it got a little bit serious. Real joker, but hugely experienced and made everyone feel part of the team. Mike Hessen is about that high, and he had size 6 shoes, Mike. He was our head coach. And he had never played at the highest level, Mike, but where he was great, he was awesome with people. And you never felt like you were intimidated to go up to Mike and say, listen, I'm struggling. You'd try and be able to strategize and work out a way to actually find out how to improve. Whereas I think if it was a coach that was really experienced and maybe a bit of an icon, I think it would have been quite difficult to actually approach Mike. And the last one, Brendan McCullum. Brendan McCullum, amazing speaker in the change room, motivator. He would motivate us like no one ever did in my career. But I think the thing that Brendan brought, and what I want to depart onto the athletes today, is he was a man of action. He backed up his words with action. Anything he said, you knew that he would go and action it in the middle. And I've got some clips here that I want to show you. They're cricket clips, obviously, but I think you can see what I mean when I say man of action.
Gets this one through. Good stop. That's what the New Zealanders will do. They'll be brilliant in the field.
McCullum is at it. 6 over extra. Where do you put fielders? Not on the ground. Put them in the stands. Over extra. McCullum is laying into the Aussies.
That's hurt Brendan McCullum to us. Missed the arm gun.
He's hit that nicely. No one's there. What about that one? How good is that shot? Crowd catch. And that's his 50. Take a bow. In 21 deliveries. And he's setting Eden Park alight.
You can see clearly a man of action. That the part of that the footage where Brendan got hit on the forearm. Now, just to give you an idea of what it's like facing 150 kilometers an hour, Jeffrey Boycott explained it the best. He said, if you were to be on a highway and a car got within 20 minutes and someone took the blindfold off you, 20 meters away, and 20 meters away the blindfold came off, you had to decide which way to jump to get out of the car. That's kind of the time you've got with a car going 100 kilometers an hour, 150 kilometers an hour, to make a decision. And Brendan, he gets hit in the forearm. It's bloody sore. Ball's quite hard. He just sort of like wrapped his forearm up. My arm probably would have been snapped in half. And the very next ball is on that same area, and he just swivels and hits it for 6. The first ball of the World Cup, he hit it over extra cover, in the air, high risk, over the fielder's heads for 1 bounce 4. And it was like, this is how we're going to play. So he was a great man to follow, and he always encouraged you to take risks, take chances. The last one I want to talk about is perspective. Now, during the World Cup, or just prior to the World Cup, 6 months prior, my sister phoned me and she said, listen, I've got a great wedding venue. And I said, where is it? She said, it's Mudbrick Vineyard, Waiheke Island. And I said, well, You just got to go for it, don't you? And she's like, one problem. It's on the day of the World Cup final. And I said, well, you know what? I've been told I'm not going to be in the team. I'm a replacement player. And we've never made the final, so book it. I reckon you're good to go. Anyway, I had a great 6 months for Wellington, and all of a sudden got in the team as the bolter. And as soon as I got picked, suddenly a phone call came through. Mum's ill. So I went to go see my mum, and her eyes were glazed over, and she wasn't well, wasn't mentally well. And she was the rock of our family, real rock. It was horrible to see, but we had 5 games against Sri Lanka prior to the World Cup. So I asked Mike Hessen, said, listen guys, this is what's happening. Is there a chance I can take a couple games off? I just want to make sure that my mum's all right. So I went to look after mum, and while I was looking after her, I thought, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not enjoying the game. There was a clip there where Scott Styrer said, oh, he's missed that by 6 inches. That was the day I heard, and my mind was nowhere. And it's very difficult to keep your mind in the game when stuff outside of your life is not going well. And very important as an athlete to realize that as well. When someone's out of form or someone's, not behaving the way they are, it might be something else outside that's not going that well. Anyway, Mike and Mike gave me 2 games off. And I said to the family, I said, listen, I don't think I'm going to play in the World Cup. I said, well, you have to. Like, if mum gets better, she won't forgive herself if you don't. So I worked with a number of psychologists and sports psychs and tried to work out how can I find that, that will to be out there, that want and drive. And, like Brendan said, remember why you first started. Remember why you first started playing the sport. It's so important. But I didn't really have that. So I had to try and dig deep and work out, what is it that I want to show on that field. And there were 2 things. First one is, I thought, well, cricket doesn't matter. I'm hitting a leather ball around a field. That's not really that important. It's not changing the world. And the other thing is I wanted my 2 boys to be proud of me. I wanted them, every time they watched a replay or footage of me, I wanted them to see that I was playing the game in the right spirit. And those are the 2 things that, I kept front of mind, which gave me huge perspective. Without that perspective, I don't think I would have got through that moment.
There we go, Dale Steyn, 6 deliveries, Daniel Vettori on strike. He plays and misses, Elliott runs the bye, beautifully done. The main man is on strike. Elliott hits, has he hit a gap? No, he hasn't hit a gap. Wonderfully cut off again, South Africa inside the circle are making it so hard. Well, he's hit a gap. He's hit a 4. Daniel Vettori has pierced the finest of gaps. And New Zealand may have their nose in front again. 6 from 3, 5 to tie. Here's Steyn. It's 6 from 3, 5 for a tie. Oh, playing a miss. Elliott runs through. They're going to have to run him out. They miss. A valuable run, and Elliott is back on strike. 5 from 2. 5 from 2 to win the game. A boundary will tie it. That's what it's come down to, folks. They want Elliott to have 1. They're happy for him to have 1.
Does he take the 1?
Oh, he might not want to take the 1. He might just say, give me 2 balls to win this game or tie it. Here we go, Dale Steyn. Elliott on strike. Elliott hits it up in the grand slam, and New Zealand are in the World Cup final. Grant Elliott, Superman. South Africa despair. They're down on their knees. New Zealand goes wild. They're making the trip for the big prize.
Yeah, it was an amazing moment, unbelievable moment. I still get people coming up to me saying, mate, do you know what I was doing that night? And the very next day, and I didn't make it to my sister's wedding. I apologize every time I say the speech. But I had a guy turn up the next day at the airport and he said, "Mate, I've had 2 children and that was the greatest day of my life." I told him just to calm down. I said it was just a game. But unbelievable. And I think it wasn't, I was fortunate enough to be there at the end and finish the game. But it wasn't, me that got the team over the line. And there were so many players that did amazing things during that World Cup and that game. Without Ross Taylor, good Wairarapa man, who batted through the middle with me, and then Corey Anderson and Brendan's 50 off 20-odd balls in the beginning meant that we could coast throughout the innings. But everyone contributed, and that was the thing about our team. Like, everyone contributed when it meant most. So a couple of messages that I want to leave young athletes with. First one is resilience. Make sure you learn how to fail. Learn how to fail well. Learn from your mistakes and grow from it. There'll be ups and downs, but that's normal. Just ride the waves and you'll get there eventually. You just have to persevere. Leadership. Lead with actions. And it's not just following your leaders, it's you as an individual. You can always lead with actions. And make sure you do. I think it's the best way you can lead. And watch the leaders around you. Look at those leaders that inspire you and motivate you. Take tips and tricks from them, because one day you might be in the position of leading a team. Lastly, perspective. Make sure that you wrap yourself around people that motivate you, inspire you, loved ones, but also that are honest with you. And put perspective into life. When you've got that kick in front of the posts or that penalty shot or whatever it may be, just remember it's not that important. And if you fail, just pick yourself up and do better next time. Thank you so much, Mitre 10 Mega, for bringing me here, and I'm really honoured to be here at the Sports Awards. Congratulations to all the winners and everyone up on stage. Thanks a lot.
Massive thanks, Grant. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate your time here tonight. Once again, thanks to Mitre 10 Mega. Absolutely brilliant. Bringing to the team there. Outstanding.
BG, we know we've got quite a proud sporting history here, and we have a lot of achievers who, for some reason, because they don't live here anymore or they don't represent a Wairarapa team or Wairarapa-based team, but they still recognise Wairarapa at home, and I think it's important that we acknowledge some of those. And first of all, Ben Campbell, the golfer. In the last year, he's won the Hong Kong Golf Open, his first Asian Tour victory. And just recently, he won the International Series in Morocco, and he sits second in the International Series standings, just one place away from getting into the Live Golf Series. Megan Hull, the Black Sticks captain, didn't make it to the Olympics, but is a key player in that national hockey side. And she's a very proud Wairarapa person. Joel Hintz made a Super Rugby debut this year for the Western Force. Rocco Berry, the New Zealand Warrior, he's out injured at the moment, and aren't the Warriors missing him big time? Marcus Daniel, the tennis player, unfortunately missed out on the Olympics this year, just by only a couple of days, not qualifying close enough. Unsure of his current status, what he's doing there. Shakira Baker, a key member of the Hurricanes Poa Super Rugby team, Natai Walker, the coach of that Hurricanes Poa team, and Ollie Donaldson, New Zealand Handball International. So there's a few there. I've probably missed out some, but could we give those guys a round of applause, please, because they're significant. Right, let's move on. Master and District Council Official of the Year, an award acknowledging any person 19 and over who acts as an umpire, referee or judge. And I'd like to welcome Bex Johnson, the Deputy Mayor of Master and District Council, onto the stage, please. You're quite short, aren't you? So I better lower this for you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Great night, isn't it? And the food was delicious. Before I start, I want to acknowledge the Wairarapa Times Age. I've had the privilege of working for the Wairarapa Times Age 4 times in my media career. Started in 1987 with Gordon Kinvig and Terry Kearse. Then I worked for Matthew Sherry, and then I had the pleasure of working in 2012 for 4 years with Andrew Denholm. And I loved working with you, Andrew. We had so much fun. So I want to acknowledge the Times Age, and it's wonderful that their legacy is still continuing thanks to staff. So I'd like a round of applause, please, for the Wairarapa Times Age. We love our local newspaper, especially the council. No paper without the council news, is there, Piers? Let's not go there. But anyway, Masterton District Council is delighted to sponsor this award. It's a privilege to be here tonight and to see so many wonderful people recognised and acknowledged. The wellbeing of our community is paramount to Masterton District Council, second, of course, to infrastructure, just saying that out loud. And it's well recognised that sport, health and recreation are a major contributor to this. Our council plays a significant role in supporting wellbeing in Masterton, providing 215 hectares of parks and sports fields, 8 sports buildings and club rooms, and the Trust House Recreation Centre, just to name a few. But these facilities mean very little without our volunteers, without you, participants, supporters, players and officials, many of whom work tirelessly simply for the pleasure of seeing others succeed and to help people get the success and thrive and make our community a better place. Masterton District Council would like to thank you for contributing to the wellbeing of our community. Thank you so much.
And the finalists in the Masterton District Council Official of the Year are Alistair Payne, Rugby, Charlotte Hamill-Harris, Netball, Peter Syvertson, Hockey, and Steve Sale for Football. Please come up to the stage. And I'll now ask Bex to read out the winner.
And the winner is Peter. Come through. Congratulations.
Hockey Wairarapa's leading umpire, Peter officiated at a national level in 2023, controlling the bronze medal match in the National Men's Tier 2 Championship and umpired Tier 1's Women National Championship Games. He also umpired at the National Indians Association Games. He regularly umpires in the Wellington Premier Men's and Women's Championship as well as the intercity competitions and has New Zealand Level 2 accreditation as a trainer and mentor for young umpires.
Just a quick couple of thank yous. Thank you for the Wairarapa Times Age for the evening. Thanks to the Masterton District Council for sponsoring this award. Well done to you guys as well, all the effort you guys put in. Thank you for Hockey Wairarapa for allowing me to do what I can do. Thanks to Hockey New Zealand for helping me out as much as I can, as they can, and to my wife for allowing me to disappear in the weekends around the Lower North Island and then to tournaments multiple times during the year. So, thank you.
Our next category tonight is the WBS Coach of the Year, an award acknowledging people who have contributed to the coaching of sport, recognising the coach's success over the past 12 months. Please welcome Melissa Wardell, Head of Marketing and Community Investment, WBS.
Good evening. Our CE, John Healy, is away in Japan this week for a karate commitment and was really disappointed not to be here this evening. He really loved last year's awards, but I'm honoured to be here in his place. I'd like to thank the Wairarapa Times Age for this amazing event. I'm going to one-up you, Bex. I've been on their employee list 8 different times. 4 more than you, but anyway, I'm very fond of the Times Age. So WBS is very proud to be part of these awards. We are very much focused on supporting the community, and these awards align with that focus. I'm so proud as a representative of WBS to see many individuals and teams that we have sponsored or that the WBS Charitable Trust has awarded grants being recognised tonight. Thank you to our clients and members for enabling that. When you invest or borrow from us, you can see right here what you're supporting. I'd like to acknowledge the nominees and finalists in this category tonight. I had the huge privilege of witnessing an incredible coach in action over the 2022 and 2023 football season in the amazing Rada McGlashan. I'm not sure if she's received an award here, from Douglas Villa. She coached my son, along with the occasional help from Gary Allen. The time she committed, the passion she shared, and mostly the young lives that she influenced were incredible. I'm sure the finalists tonight share the same qualities and values. I have no doubt the finalists tonight are equally as inspiring and dedicated. Thank you.
Okay, the finalists for Coach of the Year: Mark Childs, Wairarapa Cricket; Michael O'Connor and Catherine Resima, Dalefield Hockey; Paddy Rimini, Waka Armour; and Tony Lyford and Jean Bartlett, St Matthew's Collegiate School Cricket. Please like to come to the stage. I'll now call on Melissa to read the winners.
So the winner of the WBS Coach of the Year 2023-24 are, not is, Jean Bartlett and Tony Lyford.
Tony Lyford and Jean Bartlett, St Matthew's Collegiate School Cricket. Tony Lyford and Jean Bartlett coached the St Matthew's Collegiate to win the Gillette Venus Cup Secondary School Girls Championship. After one day was abandoned because of whether the champions would be the team with the most points after the round robin. St Matt's were unbeaten over the tournament, winning all 4 games against St Hilda's Collegiate, Takapuna Grammar School, Wellington Girls College and Christchurch Girls High School. Tony Lyford and Jean Bartlett.
Firstly, I'd just like to say a couple of quick thank yous to the Times Age, to WBS for sponsoring the category. Big thank you to my wife who allows me to indulge this passion, obsession maybe, of coaching 11 months a year for the last, I don't know how many years. It's been a lot of fun. To my mate Gino, we've had a lot of fun together and travelled around New Zealand. It's been pretty awesome. With St Matt's, this victory was really, really special because we're a tiny little school. So we get to select from there's about 50 girls, but 300 at the school. And we are punching so far above our weight. We're playing schools that have 2,000, 2,500 girls. And they when you talk to their coaches, they're like, wow, that's crazy. And the commitment we get from our young ladies and the and the support we get from our school and from the local community is outstanding. So WBS was actually one of our sponsors that helped us get us down there. So genuinely appreciate it, and thank you very much. Cheers.
Hey, just a big shout out to all of the previous managers that we've had. The coaches get acknowledgement tonight, but our managers, they do a lot of the hard work behind the scenes, getting our girls to trainings. And to all the whānau that have supported over so many years. I think we've been 5-6 years in the role. It's been a long grind, but we've loved every minute. And just Grunter, it was a great presentation. I think you missed the end of that video. You bend down and you pick up one of those South African players. For us, that's the culture at St. Matt's. That's where we live, we breathe. It's all about humility. So, ngā mihi ki a koe. Kia ora.
Our next award category tonight is the Printcraft Design Hive Youth Sportswoman of the Year. Open to any secondary school sportswoman who has achieved at a high standard in any sport. Please welcome Peter Watson, Managing Director of Printcraft.
Good evening, everyone. It's a real pleasure to see so many people involved in our regional sport getting the acknowledgement they deserve. Printcraft has a long, long history of supporting local schools and sporting teams, and we're once again proud to help support the Wairarapa Times Age Sports Awards. I'm both a customer and a supplier to many of the companies who are sponsoring the event tonight, including the Wairarapa Times Age. I'm immensely proud to see my dollar getting back to local organisations and events such as this. Congratulations to all of you. I really appreciate it. The finalists for Youth Sportswoman of the Year are an exciting place in New Zealand sport. Every year we're seeing stronger pathways for young women to pursue their sporting careers. I want to personally congratulate Daisy, Emma, Maggie and Sabaya for becoming finalists for this award. I'm sure we will hear much more from these talented young women in the future. Good luck to all of you.
The finalists: Daisy Omundson, Wairarapa College, Boxing; Emma McLeod, St Matthew's Collegiate School, Cricket and Hockey; Maggie Shields, Wairarapa College, Softball and Netball; and Savaya Sabutu, Wairarapa College, Netball. The finalists would like to come on the stage. Just a note, Maggie is actually in Brazil at the moment, competing in the for New Zealand in the Under-18 World Softball Championship qualifiers. So Savaya will collect her certificate on her behalf. I'll now ask Peter to announce the winner.
And the winner is Daisy.
Daisy Omundson represented New Zealand at the 2023 Oceania Boxing Championships in Apia, Samoa, winning a gold medal in her class and being named the best junior women's boxer. Daisy was also crowned the national champion at the 2023 New Zealand Boxing Championships in Tauranga, was a gold medalist at the Queen of the Ring Championships in Perth, Western Australia, and also was selected for the New Zealand team for the WKA World Championships in Scotland. Daisy Omundson.
It's such an honour to be here, coming from a sport that is very male dominated. It's really cool to be able to get these opportunities. I just want to give a few thank yous. I want to thank my mum and dad for always supporting me. I want to thank my gym, Undisputed MMA, my whole team back there. They've been, pushing me all this way, and, I can't do it without them. And finally, I want to thank my coach, Emil Johnson. He's been my biggest inspiration this year, and I'm so honoured to have him coaching me and leading me to where I want to go with my passions. So yeah, thank you so much.
Our next category is the Property Brokers Youth Sportsman of the Year, open to any secondary school sportsman who has achieved at a high standard in any sport. I'd like to welcome John Arens, the Regional Director of Wairarapa Property Brokers.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Property Brokers, we're proud to sponsor the Youth Sportsman of the Year, and would like to wish them, all the finalists, good luck.
And the finalists tonight are the Property Brokers Youth Sportsman of the Year, Cohen Scott, Wairarapa College, Hockey and Rugby. Samuel Payne, Wairarapa College, Cricket. Angus Reid, Rathkill College, Wrestling. And Will Cole, Rathkill College, Rugby. Please make your way to the stage. I'll now ask John to announce the winner.
The winner is Samuel Payne.
Samuel Payne excelled at a range of levels across 2023-24, leading the Wairarapa College First 11 cricket team with both captaincy and performance. Throughout his First 11 career, Samuel has scored a remarkable 18 centuries with a top score of 293. Samuel was a consistent selection at senior men's Furlong Cup level, making his maiden representative 50 against the powerful Hawke's Bay side. In addition, Samuel was selected for Central District's under-19 men to attend the national tournament, and as a schoolboy received a rare call-up to the Central District's A side. Samuel was also selected for the New Zealand Secondary School Māori side. Samuel Payne.
First up, I'd like to thank Wairarapa Times Age for this event. A few thank yous. My parents for making the sacrifices they do every weekend. Coaches, CD Pathway coaches, Childsy.
Our next category tonight is the Mitre 10 Mega Masterton Parasports Personality of the Year, open to any para person who has achieved a high standard of participation in any sport. Please welcome to the stage General Manager, Mitre 10 Mega Masterton, Brent Stewart.
Right, firstly, thanks Grant. For giving up your time tonight. I'm sure you've inspired our sports people in the room to achieve at great lengths. Tonight we're celebrating the successes of Amelia, Lockie, Josh, Harry in our category. Mitre 10 Mega Marsden are delighted to sponsor this category and are proud to have done so for the last 10 years. We praise our nominees for their efforts and determination to succeed at the highest level, and we wish them all the very best for the future. Thank you.
After the awards presentation, Brent would like all finalists to move to the side of the stage for a photo, so if you could do that, please. Our finalists are Amelia Troke, Athletics, Josh Taylor, Athletics, Harry Bayliss, Athletics, and Lockie Dunbar, Athletics. I'll now ask Brent to announce the winner.
The Mitre 10 Mega Parasports Personality of the Year for 24 is Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor represented New Zealand at the 2023 Special Olympics World Games in Berlin, winning a silver medal in Level B, MO3 200 metres, and a bronze medal in the 4x100 metre relay, where he also finished fifth in the 400 metres. At the New Zealand Track and Field Championships, Josh was second in the open para 400 metres and third in the 200 metre javelin. Josh excelled at some New Zealand iconic events as well, winning the 100 metres at the Potts Classic in Hastings, and the 100 and 400 at the Cooks Classic in Whanganui, and 2 podium finishes in the Capital Classic. Josh Taylor.
Josh is a man of few words. Do you want to say something, Josh? He's gone. You want to say anything, Melody?
Thanks, Mum.
No, okay. Right. Thanks, guys. The next part we're looking at is we've got the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust scholarships. This year, the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust will award 3 scholarships of $500 each to go towards special coaching, training or competition expenses. If each winner would like to come on stage as their names are called, after all the awards presented, please exit the stage and head to the side for a group photo with the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust. I'd like to welcome Mark Childs, the Chair of the Sports Education Trust, on the stage, please.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Joining me tonight on stage is Olivia Gange. The last time Olivia and I went on stage was in 1991, singing a duet at the Culinary College production. We will not put you through that tonight, though. I'm Mark Childs. I'm a trustee of the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust. I'd just like to introduce some of our present and past trustees at our table tonight and make a special tribute to someone who's standing down from our committee. Jason Osborne, our Chartered Accountant and long-serving Chairman. Andy Dodd, our own former New Zealand Under-19 cricket representative, who's now unfortunately retired from rec cricket. Dean Napier, our IT expert and left-back for the mighty Skulls FC. And finally, an absolute pillar of the Sports Trust, Cess Newton. Cess is retiring this year as a trustee after many, many years of amazing work and dedication to the Trust, Cess. The work you've done alongside Jason, especially to set up the Wairarapa Sports Hall of Fame, was, didn't go unnoticed. It was amazing. And Cess, we're sad to see you go, but we'd just like to congratulate you on what you've done for us, and a round of applause.
It's a bit deja vu, isn't it, Chelsea? The Wairarapa Sports Education Trust was established over 20 years ago to encourage and support sporting excellence in our local region. Our main focus is based on assisting those promising athletes who, without financial help, may not have the opportunity to fly the flag for Wairarapa and go further in their chosen field, as unfortunately funding is often a roadblock to local talent progressing. We help cover such things as training fees, camps, tournament costs, coaches, and travelling to certain events.
Following on from that, we're delighted this year to have a major funding partner join us, the Wairarapa Building Society. So the WBS, locally owned, have come forward to be one of our funding partners, which is really special for us, helps us out in a great way. So if you're thinking of getting a mortgage or investing money, go and see the WBS. They're fantastic to deal with. I've dealt with them over many, many years. Our major fundraiser each year is our annual golf tournament, which will be held this year on October the 18th at the Masterton Golf Club. This event is not to be missed. It's super popular amongst the golfing public and raises over $10,000 for our trust each year. It's an Ambrose tournament, complete with a haggle hole, the free barbie, the food, refreshments, driven right to your spot on the course via our chair, Jason Osborne. Pay wave as well, heaps of prizes, raffles, and an entertaining auction where I will get as much money out of you as I possibly can. So if there's one golf tournament to play, that's the one, October 18. We're also on the hunt for some new trustees, so if you feel like you want to give up some time, it's not a huge onerous committee to be on. Perhaps talk to one of us tonight. We'd welcome a chat in the coming weeks. We're all passionate about sport in this fantastic region of ours. Tonight's recipients of the scholarships have shown true dedication to excelling in sport and have proven that they have the potential to go even further. And we hope that one day we may see them being inducted into our own Wairarapa Sports Hall of Fame. BG, if you can announce the winners, please.
The 2023-24 Wairarapa Sports Education Trust, 3 scholarships of $500 each. The recipients are Scarlett Wadham, Emma McLeod, and Samuel Payne. Please come on up to the stage.
Scarlett Wadham is 13 years old from St Matthew's Collegiate. She's coached by Russell Gange at the Carterton Swim Club. Scarlett has an impressive record of success in swimming despite her young age. She has dominated her age group locally since she was 8 years old and consistently medals at Wellington and North Island regional events. At the New Zealand Age Group Championships earlier this year, Scarlett swam in 4 finals and placed 5th in both the 800 and 1500 metres freestyle. She has qualified in 10 events at the upcoming New Zealand Secondary School Champs in Auckland, I think it's later this week, and in 12 events at the New Zealand Short Course Champs in Auckland in August. Scarlett was this year named in the Wellington Regional Squad, which is a huge achievement. She's also very community-minded and recently raised just under $5,000 for the Carterton indoor pool by swimming, believe it or not, 130 kilometres. Scarlett is a role model to the younger swimmers in her club and school, and her goal is to represent New Zealand at the Olympics.
Outstanding. Emma McLeod, Central Districts and New Zealand Cricket. Emma probably needs little introduction here as her cricketing achievements continue to grow. Highlights over the past year for Emma include leading her St Matthew's Collegiate First 11 to victory at the National Venus Cup, scoring 2 incredible centuries with the bat as she did, named joint MVP of the tournament, named Gillette Venus Young Player of the Year at the ANZ Cricket Awards, receiving her first contract with the Central District Hinds, playing National Super Smash Cricket for the Hinds, playing in the North vs South New Zealand Cricket Series, and being selected as a player of interest by New Zealand Cricket. Emma's 2025 Summer of Cricket has already started with the Training New Zealand Cricket Winter Programme. In the upcoming season, Emma looks forward to a New Zealand Under-19 tour of Australia, Hinds training camps, HBJ Shield matches, the Super Smash competition, the Under-19 Women's World Cup, and by season's end, she hopes to have secured a place in the New Zealand A team for the Tour of England. Emma McLeod.
Samuel Payne, 18 years old from Wairarapa College. Samuel juggles cricket and hockey, currently representing both his school and the Wairarapa in both sports. In the past year, Samuel made his debut for the Central District's men's cricket team, that should be the A team, also playing the Central District's Under-19 team. He was selected in the New Zealand Māori secondary schools team, the CD Māori men's team, the Wairarapa men's team, and he captained the Wairarapa College First 11. Cricket will dominate the upcoming months for Samuel, with a busy program including college, Wairarapa and Central District's commitments, with the National Under-19 tournament in December a big feature. Samuel will also compete in the Rankin Cup Secondary School Hockey Tournament in Tauranga in September. Samuel Payne.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could just get you to go and get the photo taken. And who knows, Coggy, one day those photos might be up there as Hall of Fame inductees, Supreme Award winners, New Zealand or international champions. You just don't know. And given the talent we've got here tonight, nothing would surprise me.
BG, I can tell you from the quality of nominations we got through for the youth categories, both men and women, they were outstanding, and there's going to be a lot more known about a lot of these young sports people over many years to come, hopefully.
Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. Go and grab a refreshment. Visit the wharepaku if you need to, and we'll see you back here in 10 minutes.
It's a bit awkward. Let's hook back into it, and we're back in action with the Back in Action Senior Sportswoman of the Year, open to any sportswoman who achieved a high standard in any sport, participating at national and or international events, limited to Wairarapa residents or representative of Wairarapa teams. I'd like to welcome Ryan Monestra on the stage, the Director of Back in Action.
Kia ora everyone. It's great to be here this evening and see the variety of sports represented within our senior sportswoman category. Back in Action team has the privilege of working alongside a number of people in this room to heal from injury and return to or progress within their sport. That journey isn't always an easy one, and it takes focus, resilience, as Grant mentioned, and determination to get lasting results. Amy, Debbie, Eva and Georgia, a huge congratulations on getting a place at the table this evening. You've worked and trained really hard and should be immensely proud of all you've achieved. We wish you all the best.
And our finalists for the Back in Action Senior Sportswoman of the Year, Amy Linton for Speed Golf, Debbie Donald, Athletics, Eva Wintle, Motorcycling, and Georgia Atkinson, Cricket.
We should note here, BG, that most of the finalists are unfortunately not here tonight, but they will hopefully have representatives coming up on stage to collect their certificates.
And I'll now ask Ryan to announce the winner.
And the winner of the Back in Action Senior Sportswoman of the Year for this year, Eva Wintle.
It's clearly a popular win, and Eva Wintle was crowned national champion in only her first full year in the National Superbike Series. Eva won the Gixxer 150 class, becoming only the second woman riding a two-wheeled road racing motorcycle to win a championship in New Zealand. Heavy rain forced the abandonment of the second race of the final round at Hampton Downs, and in the last race, Eva finished second behind her nearest rival to win the title. It is also understood that Eva is the first rider from Wairarapa since Aaron Slight, who's here tonight to win a road championship on two wheels. Eva Wintle.
I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who has supported me out throughout the season. Going into it, the winning was never a part of the equation for me. I never thought it was actually possible, to be fair. But I had a huge support network with my parents, and Mum and Spike were a huge part of that, with many pats on the back and tears shed. So it was a big accomplishment to walk away with a New Zealand title, which, wouldn't have been able to have happened without everyone who was in my corner. Tremaines, who were my main sponsor this year, which was incredible to have their backing. My boss, Jamie, for allowing me all the copious amounts of praise and support to get me through the hard times. But no, it was incredible, and thank you to everyone for all their help.
Our next category tonight is the Wairarapa Hunting and Fishing Senior Sportsman of the Year. Open to any sportsman who achieved a high standard in any sport, participating at national and or international events. Limited to Wairarapa residents or representatives of Wairarapa teams. Welcome Greg McKinney, owner, Wairarapa Hunting and Fishing.
Sounds like a bit of an alarm outside. Wairarapa Hunting and Fishing is once again very honoured to present the award for the Times Age Senior Sportsman of the Year in 2024. We wish you all good luck tonight. With such quality nominees, the task of selecting one ultimately to win the category must be very difficult indeed. We'd also like to congratulate everyone who has been nominated for an award, and would like to acknowledge the sacrifice, dedication of the individuals, teams, support crew, officials, whānau that make sport possible in our region. Here's 3 words for you all. Good on you. Cheers.
And our finalists in the Wairarapa Hunting and Fishing Senior Sportsman of the Year: Anthony Stevens, flag football; Dane Lett, hockey; James Inwood, athletics; Kerry Mountcastle, golf. They'd like to come up on stage, please. Unfortunately, of course, Dane is away, preparing for the Olympics in Paris, so hopefully we've got a representative there. And James Inwood is actually competing in some mad 100-kilometre race in Ireland, so I'm sure there's a representative for James here as well. I will now ask Greg to announce the winner.
The winner of the Wairarapa Senior Sportsman of the Year is Kerry.
Masterton golfer Kerry Mountcastle broke through for his first win in the Australian PGA Tour. And only his 7th start, Kerry won the Gippsland Super Sixes in Victoria after surviving a nervy 10-man tiebreaker to qualify for the knockout rounds, then winning all 5 matches to claim the championship. The win guaranteed Kerry automatic entry into the Australian PGA Championship, the Australian Open, New Zealand Open, and all Australian PGA events for 2 years. Kerry Mountcastle.
All right, like everyone else, I've got a few thank yous to say. A big thank you to the Times Age for putting this on for everyone so that everyone can see all of the great sports people we've got in the Wairarapa and what they're doing with all of their sports. Big thank you to Masterton Golf Club and everyone who has helped me get to where I am with my golf, and all of the sponsors that have helped me get there too. And big congratulations to all of the other winners of the categories so far tonight, and I hope everyone has enjoyed their night.
He can't be too bad. BG, he shot a 59 at Lansdowne a couple of weeks ago. Not a bad effort, Kerry.
I've done 159 at Lansdowne. It's not the same.
I do 59, mate, on 5 holes.
Excellent. Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is the Wairarapa Times Age People's Choice Award. An award for Wairarapa residents to have a direct say in what finalists they believe should be recognised for their contribution to local sport. This award is awarded to the finalist with the most public votes, and tonight will be presented by Mr. Grant Elliott.
The winner of the Wairarapa Times Age People Choice Award 2023-24 is Scarlett Wadham.
Carterton swimmer Scarlett Wadham has had a successful year, winning and placing in several regional events. These results qualified Scarlett for New Zealand National Age Group Championships in 7 events, the National Division 2 Championships in 5 events, Secondary School Nationals in 10 events, and Short Course Nationals in 12 events, as well as winning 6 Wellington Regional Championships and placing in the top 3 in 9 others. Scarlett won a gold medal and 2 silvers at the 2023 Ames Games and broke 7 Wairarapa school records. And she picked up only 329 individual votes. Scarlett Wadham.
I'd just like to say a few thank yous. Thank you to Wairarapa Times Age for this amazing event. Thank you to my coach Russell, because I couldn't do this without you. My teammates for supporting me and pushing me through all the hard times. And a huge thank you to my family, because driving me back and forward every day. Yeah, so thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very fortunate in this region to have some long-standing and amazing people that have given and continue to give in their chosen sport. Whether they've been players, coaches, umpires, or just, general committee, everyone plays an important part in our sporting community. The Core Legal Lifetime Achievement Award recognises the lifetime achievements of anyone in Wairarapa sport. Please welcome Christian Jorgensen, Director, Core Legal.
Good evening all. I will preface this with, like many before me, to offer my thanks to the Times Age crew for all their time and effort in organising tonight. It's been a really brilliant night. Also to Lee from Stuff for their support and their long continuing support for many, many years to come. What a night. It's been an incredible array of talent on show. What I particularly enjoyed as well is seeing some of the lesser known sports that have made an appearance tonight, such as motocross, wakaama, we've had motorcycling as well, archery, speed golf. I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, it's really great to see these things. Cheerleading, woohoo, go that. My daughter's going to be hitting me up for that, not too far into the future, I would expect. But 2 things really stood out to me, and they've become abundantly clear to myself. 1, we have incredible talent in our region, and 2, I'm not going to be challenging Wairangi for a wrestling match anytime soon. But anyway, Core Legal, we're very privileged to present the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a wonderful award. For me, personally, it's one of the highlights of the night, to celebrate someone's efforts and achievements, not only over 1 year, 2 years, many successive tournaments, if they are even a sports person, but over their entire lifetime. It's an incredible honour to receive this award, and we're incredibly proud to be part of presenting that. Now, this award presentation is a little bit different from the others. I'm not going to be given a bunch of certificates, and we're not going to share the stage with a number of nominees. It will mean I'm going to stand somewhat awkwardly off to one side by myself for an extended period of time, so do offer your indulgence for that. But I will now put the microphone over to Chris to reveal who the recipient is, and I'm going to take my position a bit awkwardly over here. Thank you.
I shouldn't dread this, BG, but I always get emotional with this, only because what these people achieve, these lifetime achievers achieve in their sporting careers, is phenomenal.
Mate, it's a beautiful thing. Men are allowed to cry too.
And this one is no different, I assure you. So I've got to hold it together. And I've even started. So here we go. So this year's recipient of the Core Legal Lifetime Achievement ticks all the boxes, having competed successfully over many years at regional and national level and going on to represent New Zealand at the highest level. They've also overcome adversity, but determination and persistence saw them back on course, achieving further competitive success. As well, their contribution away from the competitive side of the sport spans close to 40 years. At their peak, the recipient represented New Zealand at 3 World Championship events and 1 Commonwealth Championship. Having won multiple club and regional championship, he won his first national championship in 2004, a mere jaunt over 100 kilometres, not with the assistance of a motor or on wheels, but on 2 legs. That was enough to secure selection for the New Zealand team to the 2005 100 kilometre World Cup in Japan, where he finished a commendable 55th in only 8 hours, 55 minutes and 12 seconds in the open men's race. He won further national championships over 100 kilometres in 2006 and 2009, but if 100 kilometres wasn't far enough, 24-hour races beckoned, and national championship glory followed, with victory in 2011, completing a mere 207.189 kilometres, a personal best. He went on to represent New Zealand in the 24-hour World Championships in the Netherlands in 2013 and Italy in 2015. However, adversity was just around the corner, and about 2017-18, he was diagnosed with bowel cancer and underwent not 1 surgery, but 2, and the second was an emergency procedure. Unlike most people who would simply call it a day, he was undeterred, and as soon as he could, he was back training, winning titles and representing Wellington at North Island and national championships, and adding to his already bulging medal collection. A simply remarkable achievement. He's won too many club and regional titles to mention, but 5 Wairarapa country marathons hold a special place. It was not only on the tracks, the roads and cross-country where he had an impact, but in administration as a 20-year stint as president of Athletics and Cycling Masterton, including being instrumental in the merger of the Harrier and cycling clubs, as well as many other roles such as event convener or organiser. He's also coached and mentored other aspiring long-distance runners to achieve at national and international level. Not one to blow his own trumpet, and I'm sure he's going to kick me for this, but I have great pleasure in announcing this year's recipient of the Core Legal Lifetime Achievement as Graham Butcher. Don't swear at me, Butch.
Well, I wasn't expecting to be saying anything tonight. Well, certainly not expected, that's for sure. But thank you very much. Thanks very much for Times Age and everybody for holding these events. But you know, there's as any athlete, and as Grant mentioned earlier, there's a lot of people behind you and behind the scenes to help you to get there. And I guess I was just one of the lucky ones to be able to have some opportunities. Yeah, I think the great thing about being a sports person and having a crack is that you've always got to have mentors, and you've always got to have mentors to look up to, which means you've got to have someone to beat. So I spent a long time chasing Tony Price, who's here tonight as well, 10 times marathon winner, who's got a lot. So he provided a lot of inspiration for me to improve. So together, and moving up to the longer distances was always sort of something that wasn't really on the cards, but it just sort of happened and it was enjoyable. And in some of those 100k events and 24-hour events, you know, I'd like to thank my wife Brenda, because over 24 hours, and especially those ones overseas where it's cold, it's wet, you're hurting, and you've been awake for 4 or 5 hours before the race even starts, and then 12, 18 hours into it, and all you want to do is curl up, and she's always there with a friendly push and a shove to get you going again all the time. So, but no, it's incredible, and I'd like to sort of end just saying thank you to Athletics and Cycling Masterton for allowing me to contribute, because it's the members that support you and put you, and let you do some of these roles. So thank you very much to them, and yeah, thanks very much. And yeah, so.
Coggy, what an amazing career, and one that I no doubt has not finished yet. So, and well done, by the way, mate, for keeping it together. Good work there, pal. Our next event tonight is the Wairarapa Times Age Supreme Award. It recognises the supreme sportsperson or team of the year chosen from the 15 category winners. This award is awarded to a category winner judged to have made the biggest impact in Wairarapa sport. Please welcome to the stage Piers Fuller, editor, Wairarapa Times Age.
How you going, everyone? I know quite a few people in this room. I certainly know Graham Butcher, running past my house on Lees Pakaraka Road, more often than I can count. I know some of those young sports people. Saw Samuel Payne up there, and one of my best memories of Wairarapa sport was coaching the Gladi under-9s to a championship that year. So thanks, Sam. I think you scored quite a few tries that year. I think I'm probably of all the Times Age staff, I've done the least amount to represent the Times Age tonight. I've just rocked up, but one of the cool things about being back at the Times Age after many, many years working for Stuff and the Post and various publications, what used to be Fairfax. One of the great things about being back is seeing the hard work that all the staff put into this. It's weeks. I've been in the office for 5 weeks now. Been in the editor's role for just over about a month, and these guys are putting these things in place and getting the prizes, getting all that stuff together, the trophies. It's a big operation, and you don't realise it until you see it from the outside. So all of these guys over here, down the back, they're all just Times Age staff members. And they've a real heart of this community. So thanks, guys, for that. And it's a privilege being up here to talk about from the Times Age perspective. Another thing I'd like to mention as the editor is we've got 7 regional papers in New Zealand. We've got and the big mastheads, the Manawatu 2 Standards, Southland Times, Nelson Mail. We're the only one that has our own sports reporter. And so to have our own dedicated sports reporter and Coggy here, because you guys appreciate it. You see him, you see yourselves on the back page and inside back pages, and we've got that. And what we're trying to do at the Times Age is represent this area. And when we've got Coggy there putting, and Graham Bowden and the other photographers doing great shots, it helps you feel like you're part of this area, and it helps us feel like we're doing that. And the Times Age, I mean, to borrow a couple of sporting puns, we are in it to bat for the region. And whether we're owned by Stuff or whether we're independently owned, we're here for the same reason. We are local people. And also, some politicians out there will also realise we don't pull our punches if necessary. But that's part of what we do. And we want to be doing good things in this community. And it's a privilege to be here to actually announce the supreme winner, because the Times Age is very lucky to be able to do that. So, a bit of a drum roll. This is the big one. Who's it going to be? Kerry Mountcastle.
Sorry, everyone. It sounds like I have to talk to you again. Again, thanks to the Times Age and everyone. It's been a great night, and I wasn't actually turning up thinking I'd win either of these. I thought it was just going to be Dane again, because he seems to win it every year. And I should probably thank my mum and her partner who are here tonight, come to support me, and hope everyone has had a great night and have a safe trip home.
Legend. Well done, mate. Look, once again, a massive thank you to all of the finalists, all the people that voted, everyone that is making a massive contribution to the Wairarapa sporting community. I'm sure you'll agree, not only, Coggy, with the variety of sports tonight, but when you're looking at all the umpires, officials, administrators, coaches, they're all absolutely fabulous. The mums, the dads, the caregivers that are doing the driving over the hill, around the region, that list just gets longer and longer, doesn't it?
It does, mate. And look, these things don't happen without a hell of a lot of support. First of all, thanks to our guest speaker, Grant Elliott. Thanks to our event sponsors, Osborne Group, Cycling Tom Bike Shop, Eastwood Motor Group, Kiwi Span Wairarapa, DPA Chartered Accountants.
Garworth Burridge, Breedcraft, the Masterton District Council, WBS, Printcraft, Property Brokers and Mitre 10 Mega Masterton. Alongside them, back in action, Wairarapa Hunting and Fishing and Core Legal. Absolutely outstanding. Without these sponsors and without this amazing local newspaper, this night would not happen. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
You need the exercise more than I can do, BG, so you pop over and grab this token of our appreciation for the work that you've done for us. Right, and look, thanks to the event committee for putting tonight together. Andrea Hay, all the team that at the Times Age has worked so hard over the last few weeks. And look, these things don't happen in a couple of hours. It's weeks and weeks of very hard work, putting together all the profiles, putting together all the programs, organising the venue, then putting those little displays. And if you haven't worked it out, the pine cones, if you looked at the colours of them, what event's starting the end of this week? They're the Olympic colours of the Olympic rings. So little things like that go into it. So thanks for your support. Thanks to you, BG, and let's hope we can do it again next year.
Absolutely. Coggy, something I thought I'd raise too is you and I sat down quite a few years ago now, and we worked out of the 55,000 people in Wairarapa, as a percentage, how many do we think are involved in sport, whether they be on the field or off the field. Can you remember what that percentage was?
I can't recall, BG.
It was something like 80% of Wairarapa is involved in sport in some way. And that's not including those that just go to the games to watch. So I think that says a lot about our region, about our rural community that stays connected. Our local sporting organisations are our hubs. So if you know someone that is new to the area, we have a few, get them along, get them involved in a sports team. It's the first thing I did when I got to the region, the mighty Carterton senior reserve football team. And I was playing at the level I should have been. But no, it was outstanding, and that was my little intro to the Wairarapa. It makes a massive difference to new people to our region. So if you have that opportunity, get them involved in it. You'll never look back. It's amazing.
Thanks, BG. Just ask if Butch and Carey could stay behind just for a few comments for the paper later in the week. Otherwise, I think we'll call it quits. Enjoyed the ride, guys, and thanks for your support. Catch up with you next year.
Cheers, team.